Well, happy weekend, folks. Thank you for tuning in and staying connected to the life of St. Paul's United Methodist Church. It's July. I have found myself, along with many of our leaders here at St. Paul's, in a season of planning and getting ready for the upcoming school year, for the fall, for all the wonderful things that we have the opportunity to engage in as a church family and in our community here. And it is not lost on me that also for myself and for my family, this begins year two with you all here at St. Paul's. And so some things that I just think would probably be pretty beneficial to you all to know kind of how your pastor is thinking and how your leaders are helping support things that may be happening very soon. Just know the following. You've probably already picked up on one of the things I would say. I have really tried to focus the first year of my appointment and my time with you all here at St. Paul's on building relationships, on getting to know people, on spending time with people, getting to know our community a little bit better, getting to know the structures and the family of faith here at St. Paul's, spending time with both our leaders as well as those that attend here regularly. Now that won't end with year two, hear that, but for myself, I had to think of year one is really about relationships. It's about learning. It's about getting to know the people that I've been called to serve. Now year two will be a continuation of that, of course, but year two is, for myself, going to take on some more tasks. It's going to be a season of assessment, of really looking at things and assessing things here at St. Paul's, our ministries, our community partners, our mission endeavors, and really looking at them with our leadership and making sure that we are being as faithful and as fruitful as we possibly can be. Year two is also going to be about adaptation and about learning to be adaptable and seeing what tweaks we need to make or what particular changes, how we may need to reinvigorate some things or restructure some things so that they are more sustainable for the long term. And hopefully year two, we'll get around to launching new endeavors because I think that it's really important to have some relational stability, to have ample enough time to assess things, to make changes before we start introducing changes. Now, some of this you've probably already started to pick up on a little bit, but in year two, that's going to be one of the main leadership focuses of your pastor, and I just wanted you to know that. Because we need your help in that. We need you to understand that as a church, we are not in the business of being a static people. We're in the business of looking ahead. We're in the business of seeking to be faithful, to honor what God has given us, entrusted to us, and is calling us forward to be. So just know those things. If you have questions about any of that, please reach out to a member of our leadership team or myself. I'd love to chat with you a little bit about that if you have any questions. But I just think it's always great for you to kind of know where the pastor's head is as we embark into year two. So one of the ways that you can help me, and this is really just a personal ask from me, is if you know of particular community partners that I and St. Paul's need to be connected with. And what I mean by connected with is I don't mean that we immediately become a financial supporter, although we do financially support particular community partners. I don't mean that we have a place on the board of a nonprofit. What I mean is, in order for St. Paul's to continue to flourish and grow, I, as the pastor, need to know more and be connected to more things within our community. And as many of you know, I'm not from Ocala. I did not grow up here. I don't know all the ins and outs and the people to call and the organizations to connect with, but you do. And so if you sit on a board of a nonprofit and you think I should know about its work, please let me know. If you attend certain functions that are an engagement of community leaders and I can come and be a part of that, give a blessing or an invocation or just get to know people, please reach out to me. Those are the type of things that I want to make sure that you know that I'm excited about because I know that for the continued growth and for the continued success and impact that God wants to have through St. Paul's United Methodist Church. Those are the opportunities. Those are the things that need to be happening as I, your pastor, continue to grow in connecting us with our community. All right? Well, we'll be back together in worship this Sunday. We continue to work through the book of Acts. I pray that you are continuing to read through the book of Acts with us. We get to a very, what reads as a small episode in chapter 16, but it actually it's not a small episode. It may only be a couple lines, one paragraph, but it actually opens up lots of things in the future of what God is doing in the early church. It is where Paul and Timothy, Paul gets a vision. He's told to kind of go, and they discern where they go. When they get there, we'll talk more about this Sunday, but things don't immediately happen when they get there. But in their patience and in their perseverance, they have an encounter with an incredible woman who helps change the course of the early church. Her name is Lydia. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that story, about the things are right under the surface, that if we just peel back a couple layers, we'll see that there's some immense beauty going on and some things that we as Christians today and in the church that we're hoping to continue to build for our future, there's some things within this story that are very enlightening. And so I pray that you come. I pray that you come with an open heart, with an attentive spirit as we continue to walk through this together and we continue to honor God and what God has for us as St. Paul's United Methodist Church. Look forward to you being with us at 10:30 a.m. this Sunday. I pray you can be here in person. It's always great to share space with you all in that way. If you cannot make it here in person, we do have access to our live stream at both YouTube and Facebook. All right, 10:30 a.m. local time here in Ocala. Grace and peace to you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and we can't wait to see you soon.